In an article entitled Work That Is Real, you write, students want relevance. They want to know that what they are studying, practicing, researching, and remembering can be put to use. Too many schools struggle with poor academic achievement, limited funds, and pressures for testing, whether it's state-mandated tests or AP exams. How does service learning fit into this current environment?
Service learning, it's fascinating. In these, I'd say, challenging economic times with so much testing going on, we can see so much of what we love and champion about education kind of being suffocated. And still, even with that going on, service learning is still rising to the top as an effective teaching pedagogy that we know really works to engage young people and to give them the skills they need to do better in tests and to do better in life. And I think we have to remember that. I remember meeting an AP teacher in Wisconsin, and he kept talking about service learning. I said, wait a minute. You're an English AP teacher. What are you talking about service learning for when so many AP teachers say we have no time for this? He said, well, how would my students have a good story to tell on the AP exam unless and except for service learning? So when teachers understand this is not an inhibitor, it is an enabler, then they realize that something can happen here. It's also very important we look at service learning in terms of school climate and culture. Very often you can measure the school climate by going up to a kid as a teacher after school and saying, I need to see you in my room, and kids immediately feel like they're in trouble. But when a teacher and a student has a good relationship because of partnerships in the community, a teacher can walk up to a student and say, I need to see you, and the teacher, oh yes, he or she's following up with what we were planning to do. So you can build better student-teacher rapport through service learning, which is critical for success in learning and being able to find that kind of some caring person. It also helps change how learning happens. You know, I was at a conference recently in October, and the buzz all around was, how do you control and manage kids? Do you know anybody who wants to be controlled and managed? Through service learning, we change control and manage to engage and inspire. And you could take any student, whether they're on the edge of dropping out or they're wherever they are on the spectrum. But if instead of controlling and manage, we engage and inspire and really help them learn how to learn better and more effectively, and then give them something to do with their learning so they see there's relevance. And even beyond relevance, as it said, work that is real, which is a line from a poem by Marge Piercy, then you see that they have meaning. And they want to get up in the morning, same as any educator, with something purposeful to do. Now, I think that's the key here, is we give students a sense of purpose through well-planned, well-orchestrated service learning. The Los Angeles Unified School District, I guess, figured out I may have had some answers to that, and they approached me 6 years ago to develop a program for them that is called Strategies for Success with Literacy, a learning curriculum that serves. And we wove together high-level literacy skills with social-emotional development delivered through service learning and reached 50,000 students. And this program was exemplary and also showed that you can blend high-level academics with what's going on with service learning and get all kids on the page. I remember one administrator reported back to me. He was from the central office in LA Unified. He went to a school to see this program in action, and there were 3 classrooms. In 2, there was business as usual with a teacher. In the 3rd, they had a substitute. Now, you know what goes on in a classroom with a substitute, right? Anything can happen in a classroom with a substitute. Anything will happen in a classroom with a substitute. He walked in, and the teacher was sitting at his desk, mystified, saying, the kids told me, we know what we're supposed to be doing. We're going to get right to work. And they did. They knew what they were doing in this curriculum, and they were excited by it. We had transitioned from I have to I want to, from I need to, from I have to I get to. And this is what you do with well-engaged learning, whether it's with any challenged child or even children who are exceptional learners. They still need something that's real and relevant. And when we elevate what we're doing and have engaging teaching practices, that can happen. This morning I led a 3-hour workshop at the conference. I wish you could have been there, all on engaging teaching practices. That's woven into the work I do. And as teachers get excited, guess what they pass on that excitement to? Is to students. Students need teachers who believe they can do well, who manifest confidence and competence, and then they have the opportunity to do it. And I think service learning is key to really meeting those high, to reduce high stakes testing is key, I think, as well. But as long as we have them, to give kids the capacity to meet those high test requirements, I think service learning should always be there. And it can actually reduce the time, I've been told, of teaching, because students are so eager to learn and their retention's so much higher. I think service learning is a win-win. Otherwise, I'd be back at home in LA on the beach. I mean, that's what I'd be doing. But I can't be, because service learning is this great answer to so many questions that we still need to do to really improve education for all kids in America today.